Now, most people shopping for convertibles in the sub 200,000 ringgit price bracket would normally default to the Mazda MX-5. And there are plenty of good reasons why. It's a good looking car, it drives well, and also it is cheap to maintain and it holds its value. But what if you're looking for an alternative? What if you want something slightly different? Well, normally I would look at the Z4, but the problem is that right now the G29 Z4 is not at the sub 200,000 ringgit price bracket. And the E89 Z4, well, it's a cashback. So what does that leave us with? So today I am driving the Mercedes-Benz SLC 300. Now, if you're looking for something with handling balance and all that, the SLC is not the car for you. But if you're looking for a convertible more to enjoy the lifestyle elements of it, you want to enjoy the top-down driving, and you want something that exudes a premium feel, well, the SLC still does the job. All right, and this here uniquely being an SLC 300 compared to the sea of SLCs out there, this unit has, well, it at least has an engine that will allow you to outrun a Honda Civic on the highways. But I'll be blunt with you lah. The real appeal of this car is not really in the way it drives. So happening right up there is the Horizon Family Day, which I'll head over there and lepak with those guys a bit. But right now, I am going to show you, well, more about this car. So this is an SLC 300. It is AMG line spec, but features-wise, I will let you know this. It is quite a low spec car, even though it's a 300 engine, it's got an AMG line package, but spec-wise, in terms of features, it's a bit bare bones. We start with the headlights. So these headlights have been tinted by the owner, and it is halogen projector headlights. Okay, so it's not LED, but I like this sort of like claw design. Okay, this is very, very unique. And you can send this to CSB Pro and they will LED this for you. Okay, so the distinctive hood vents here, okay, add to the character of the bonnet. And proportions wise, this almost takes on an evolutionary progression from the very first gen SLK until this car that you see here today, right? And what I want to really show you, what's striking about this car is look at the interior, okay? The seats are manual seats, no power folding, no power adjusting seats, no start stop button, all right? But the owner of this car has lavished quite a bit to do up the interior. So you've got this beautifully reupholstered seats that are absolutely gorgeous. Okay, you've also redone the steering wheel. Okay, and you can see these trim pieces has also been wrapped in Alcantara. This interior alone is worth the price of admission for this car. Okay, look at this. This whole piece here, okay, came standard in either a silver trim or a wood trim, but the owner has entirely wrapped it in Alcantara. So, which is why this lid here, a bit sangkut when you open it, okay, because the wrapping has made the tolerancing lari a bit, right? So, you can see here, this is the cup holder section. Okay, look at this tiny little electronic shifter here. Okay, now this is really the controls that came from the 204C class, the 212E class. It is from that generation of Mercedes-Benz cars. So you can see also from here, this is a UK spec car. And one thing is that it says here, traffic sign assist inoperative. So this is mainly because this car has a basic ADAS package, but it does not work with Malaysian signboards. That's the problem. All right, so let's try to close the roof. To hold the button down and the roof will do its work. And see, notice that this is a glass piece. You can't cover it, but it is heavily tinted enough that even right now with the bright sun, it doesn't feel hot inside. Okay, and I've driven this car in midday. It still does not feel hot. So this tint here really does the job in filtering out the sunlight. But you can notice that, okay, because the windows also are heavily tinted, right? You can notice that dropping the roof versus closing it, it does make a significant difference in terms of the atmosphere inside this car. All right. Okay. Close the door. All right. So the thing is this: if this, for the kind of budget, right, that would otherwise getting you an MX-5, this here is an interesting alternative. Now, I'm not going to tell you that you're getting a car that will outrun a Z4, outrun an MX-5. If you're looking for a car with serious driving credentials, this is not the car for you. Okay, but I will say that for the same kind of money that would get you into an MX-5, the SLC here does give you more metal for money. I mean, for one, you get a Mercedes badge. And number two, you do get a significantly more powerful engine. And of course, you get this beautiful interior right here. All right. So what this car is not for you if you are a driving purist. You want something to balance on the edge of the throttle and all that. No. But if you have that sub 200,000 ringgit budget for a roadster, for a convertible, and you want something a little bit different, you can give this one a look. Now, one of the misgivings that people often have when it comes to owning a convertible is that in Malaysia, weather is so hot, yada, yada, yada. So today, now, as I'm exploring the prospect of driving top down at night, where there's no sunlight, and you really enjoy the cool breeze of air in your face. So the thing with convertible motoring is that you either get it or you don't. And I'll be honest, I don't fully get it. I really don't. I can see why some of my friends love it. I get the concept of how you are basically like having two different cars in one package. Okay, man, this Mercedes 300 engine, it does pack quite a punch. The car was literally just flying off the line. So I'm taking a sweeping bend. The suspension is a bit on the firm side, right? So AMG line, right? It is a bit on the firm side. So you do have to be cautious when you're going over undulating surfaces. Unlike the Z4 or the MX-5, this is not at all precise. In fact, if you put your foot down, it actually can be a bit unruly. The thing with convertible motoring is that you either get it or you don't. And I'm not exactly one of those people who get it, but I will say that it is a totally different kind of experience than driving a normal car, where you really are more in tune with your environment, with what's going on. You are more alert to all the cars around you, all the motorcycles around you. But if you're the type, you must have the comforts of air conditioning, then the whole point of one of these cars really is lost upon you. You know, I once said before that a sunroof is something that I always enjoyed in my test cars, but it's not something that I would spec in my own car. So my mood now, right, when it comes to having a convertible is that I'm not sure that I am tempted enough to own one, but now that I am in possession of one, right, I don't mind going through the experience, if you get what I mean. I never expected there's anything that can make my hair flutter, man. Oh my god, this thing can really fly, man. You see this Mercedes 300 engine with 250 horsepower, right? In a C class or an E class, it's just about nice. But in this, This thing is quite a pocket rocket, eh? Right, and it's the kind of car that if you're dumb, right, I can feel that, you know, it can get unruly. So this car is a bit of a blunt instrument. It's got just that little bit more power than for its own good. So maybe those of you who are not that great a driver, probably stick with the SLC 180. Okay, so right now I'm taking the S-Pen, the Subang exit, and this is definitely not a precision instrument. But the way it pulls off the line, I don't remember any C300 or E300 pulling off the line like this, man. This is officially the kind of car that comes with the label, don't be stupid. All right, so if you're interested to check this car out, fill in the form in the description section below and my team will be in touch to assist you. All right, so until my next video, take care, stay safe, and have a beautiful day.